In this video, I want to show you how we can create a visual look for text that is grouped into categories. So in this case, we've got 3 initiatives and they each have some points, just as an example. Instead of just simply putting bullets and sub-bullets as we typically would see, this is a much more visual way to show it to our audience. So how do we create this in Google Slides? Well, these are just simply rectangles. So I'm going to go to a blank slide here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create the first rectangle just using my basic rectangle shape, drawing about as big as I think I need it to be. Now the key with these rectangles is you can't have an outline color because then it's easy to see and it breaks up the two parts of the rectangle. So I'm going to set the line color to be transparent. I'm going to set the fill color. For the headings, what I typically will do is select a dark color so that we have white text and that stands out, gives presence to that heading because it's a major area of focus. And then a lighter color for the points within. So I'm going to let me pick this dark purple here, and I'm going to set the text color to be white so it's easy to see, and maybe it's a little bit bigger and bold. Just make the heading stand out. So Initiative 1. Now, one of the other things I typically will do with headings is also make them center aligned, the text, within the shape. So if I select the shape, I can select the alignment as center in terms of horizontally, also centered vertically. Now, that's the first rectangle. The second rectangle I'm going to draw right beside it, and it has to be the same height. Now, as you're drawing, you'll notice that if you've got the size correct, it'll actually show that to you. You notice I don't have the size correct, so I wanted you to see that. I'm going to delete that. We'll start again. So when I start in the correct spot here to draw, you'll notice that those two I-beams come up on each end to say, hey, this is the same height as the object beside it. So now when I release my drawing, I know it's the same height. Here again, I'm going to remove the line color, and I'm going to set the fill color to be the lightest shade of that same color in that vertical column. Now that works because they are related colors. In this particular case, I want the text to start at the top and all the way to the left. So it is left aligned already. I just need to set it to the top. And here's where you may decide, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm going to add bulleted list here. So you can use bullets. And the text color is black, which is the default that works here. So we can say first point and so on. Now, we've drawn the first two shapes. What we want to do is we want to duplicate this group of shapes. So the way that we do that is we're going to select the first one, and then we're going to Control-click select on the second one. Or what you can do, another way to select multiple shapes, is to draw a rectangle around the two shapes and it'll select both of them. Then we're going to say Arrange, Group. Now this makes it as a single shape, and now we can duplicate it. So using Windows Control-D as the duplicate, duplicates the group, and now I can drag it down to where I need it to be. You don't need to ungroup it in order to edit it, so I can click within that one shape and then edit just the text in that shape. Then I'll select my group again, Control-D to duplicate it, drag that down here, and again edit my text. Now, obviously these aren't lined up and they're maybe not equally spaced. So what we need to do is once we're done is we need to select all three groups. Again, here's where drawing that rectangle around helps to quickly select them all. Then I'm going to use the Arrange tool to say align them horizontally left. That left aligns all of them. And then under the Arrange again, distribute vertically, which spaces them equally vertically on the page. And now I've created my text inside these shapes. When you graduate to using a more professional program like PowerPoint, what you'll find is you have a lot more choices around the formatting, especially the formatting of bullets. You can change the distance that the text is from the bullet, change the characters, those sorts of things.